I'm good, yeah, very good. Especially with this news, it's great. It's
Yeah,
the
good.
last kind of working day before Christmas break, so
Well, we're so happy you're able to grab a couple of minutes with us. We really appreciate it. And normally, a secret that we'll share with you is that normally we would do a bait and switch. So we'd have you on the call and ask you all these questions, and then we'd to give you the news. But you don't have to be tricked because you already know. But what we do love to do is to share the news with the community and to get your reaction. So we just have a couple quick questions for you. We will only take maybe 5 minutes of your time,
sure.
just so that we can share the background and impact with the community and how the funding will help when we make the formal announcement to everyone. So first and foremost, congratulations on receiving the 50,000 US dollars in funding for your project.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for it. It's definitely going to make a big difference to my work. Yeah.
We're thrilled to support it, and we know you're doing some really important work. So congratulations. And then we just have a couple quick questions for you. Like I said, we're really interested in just a better understanding some of the background of your project and how this might impact research. And you could be brief about it, but just how will what's the background on your project and how will this make an impact?
The main background of the work is looking at the different changes in DNA that occur as cells divide. So there's it's now known that there's a very set rate of small mutations that don't change anything to the person happen every division of a cell. So if you look at a lot of different cells and look at the different background mutations that happen, you can make a phylogenetic tree, which is basically a family history of those cells going back in time, all the way from when a patient or any person was a baby and before that. So this has recently come about in some papers looking at an 80-year-old PI, and they tracked back the history of his immune cells all the way back to when he was first born. Um, so for us, we're planning to do this with patient samples carrying the V600E mutation and other mutations, using primary template amplification, which is looking at single cells, and we do this amplification to get enough DNA for the downstream processing. We'll look at a lot of different cells, see which slight mutations they have, and build this tree, and then we'll be able to see where the cells that are causing the disease, where the B6 is actually coming from, and what stage in the patient's life, which could make differences in patient treatment. So if we're looking at patients who are at risk of neurodegeneration, if we find out whether the cells are coming from if the cells are mutated prior to the development of the brain, and if they're there for a long time, we can kind of amplify treatment early on to prevent to try and clear these out from the immune system. And it will potentially change treatment strategies based on how early on in a patient's development these cells with a mutation occur. So that's what we're hoping to see. And so this funding will allow us to do this on a few patients as a primary pilot study, and then hopefully we'll use this data then to go to other funders and get more funding to look at more patients.
Wow, that's really incredible. And it's amazing to me to hear that we're able to look into this type of information now. It's sort of like, years ago, it was like a dream that we could do this stuff. And thank you for spearheading it and for your interest in pursuing it. I'm really excited and eager to hear what you find, and the impact sounds tremendous. I also love that this gives opportunity to seek additional funding and to continue to grow these projects and to push this work ever forward, which is one of the reasons why we love this program. Is it gives you that kickstart to get some data to really then drive even more forward. So Thank you for the incredible work that you're doing, and really excited to stay in touch with you over the next year and see how this, transpires and what you learn, and to share that back with the community.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.